Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you today. I am Sayeed Zaman, an assistant professor at the Department of Journalism and Media Studies at Jahanginagor University, Bangladesh, where I teach a range of subjects related to communication, media, and technology. I'd like to begin by asking a few benign questions. First, what is information? What does it do? Now, what does happen when you do not have the required information? And finally, what is information poverty? Let's come to the first point. In general, we call meaningful data information, but information becomes information when it informs us of something, helps reduce uncertainties, and guides us in making informed decisions. Second, if you do not have the necessary information, the exact opposite may happen when you do have the information. For example, you want to buy a burger. You are hungry and you have enough money, but you do not know where to buy it from. So despite having hunger and money, two essential qualifications for buying a burger, you cannot buy it simply because you do not have the necessary information. So in this case, your hunger and possessing wealth are pointless due to the lack of information. So the point I'm trying to make here is information haves and information have-nots do not enjoy the same experience, creating information inequality, which makes the haves information rich and have-nots information poor. Today I'm going to talk about information poverty in Global South, particularly focusing on Bangladesh, where I belong. Now you may ask, what is information poverty? Well, it is basically about not having the access to information that we all need to make informed decisions and be active members of society. In the mentioned case earlier, not having the information of the whereabouts of a burger shop is information poverty. But why Bangladesh? Why am I going to talk about Bangladesh? In Bangladesh, like many other developing countries, information poverty is a big challenge due to a number of factors, including social inequalities, poverty, education, and so on. For example, developing countries often lack the necessary infrastructure to collect, store, and disseminate data and information. These include inadequate telecommunication networks, limited access to electricity, and a lack of trained personnel to manage information systems, and many other contributing factors beyond this. Think about it. Limited access to information means students and researchers are missing out on a whole world of knowledge. That's what we are going to dive into today. So let's talk a little about information poverty in Bangladesh, and let's break it down. At first, information poverty means some people have way less access to information, important information, compared to others. It's not just about not having the latest gadgets or fast internet. It's about not having the basic knowledge and skill to find and use information effectively. And guess what? In Bangladesh, it is really hard. We have got this amazing vision of digital Bangladesh since 2009, but we are not quite there yet. There's a digital divide, significant portion of the society has been suffering from it. Digital divide, especially when it comes to education, digital literacy, and also poverty, as we are talking about. Many people, especially in rural areas, do not have access to the internet or the right devices. And even if they do, not everyone knows how to make the most out of it. Let's talk about the economic side of things. Poverty is a big player in this game. When you are struggling to survive, buying expensive gadgets or paying for expensive online resources not is not possible. That's the reality for a significant portion of Bangladeshis. If we look at the statistics in our hand, we can see nearly 25% of the people live below the upper poverty line, and nearly 13% of them live below the extreme poverty line. Interestingly, 9% of the total non-users of digital media simply do not use it simply because they cannot afford it. And then there's education. Sure, we have got a good literacy rate, that is nearly 75% of the entire population, but being able to read and being digitally literate are two entirely different things. Many people, especially the youth, do not have the adequate digital literacy, like nearly 85% of them need to boost in their digital skills. And more interestingly, 75% of the non-users of digital communication technologies do not use it simply because they do not have the know-how of digital communication technologies, because they cannot use it, they do not know how to use it. In other words, they do not have the adequate digital literacy. So, how it impacts on higher education and research in Bangladesh? Imagine trying to excel in your studies without access to all the materials and resources you need. So that's the reality for many students here. Limited access to textbooks, research materials, and online resources is a major hurdle in Bangladesh. Imagine a student eager to learn but struggling to get hold of the textbooks they need. That's a common story in Bangladesh. Limited access to educational resources. Uh, Most public universities do not have access to online libraries. One reason for this, as I know from my experiences, is the lack of knowledge and interest of the university personnel who manage the entire system or make the policy decisions. But another important reason is affordability, meaning the universities cannot pay the huge sum of money to the publishers to access their resources, and that includes journals, that includes books, ebooks, and magazines, and tools, and many other things. And it's not just students. Higher education institutions themselves are facing challenges. They need the latest information to create relevant and effective curricula. Some questions need to be answered. Can the universities develop effective curricula for their students? Do they have proper knowledge of what curriculum incorporate and how it should be designed to benefit the institutions and their students? Are the universities capable of providing quality and updated education? Many departments in many universities, as far as I know, has to exclude timely courses that are relevant to the digital era. They cannot afford them because of a lack of resources and expertise. No one is there to teach it, and no one is there to access the quality materials to teach it and learn it. So that's a problem. Plus, during the pandemic has added another hurdle that is completely in another level. With schools closed, access to educational resources became even trickier. As we are talking about online libraries, very few of the universities, public universities in Bangladesh, have rigorous online access to online resources. So it really emphasized the struggles students and institutions had to face during the pandemic. Now let's talk about the world of research, the research in Bangladesh. Suppose being a researcher without access to the latest studies and data. It is tough, right? Well, that's the reality in Bangladesh. Limited access to academic journals and research tools make the job a lot harder. I have been facing this for the last 4 or 5 years. Researchers here face a major hurdle getting their hands on the academic journals and databases they need. It is not because they do not want it. It is because access is limited, especially in terms of technology and the internet. As mentioned earlier, universities often strive to afford access to international publications. The university where I teach, for example, does not have institutional access to Scopus or Web of Science, two of the most comprehensive academic databases. So, without accessing quality information and study materials, it is super difficult to produce quality outputs. For this reason, among many others, Bangladeshi universities lack quality research output. Yes. But what could be the solutions? Here's the exciting part. Technology, especially AI, can be a game changer. AI can help analyze massive amounts of data if we talk about research. It can give researchers powerful insights. It is like having a supercharged research assistant. Also, LLM, large language model based AI tools like ChatGPT help decreases the language barriers in academic writing. Online classes and courses like Coursera, Harvard University, Open Access, MIT, and other universities, those provide open access materials and courses. And other benefits of digital can massively contribute to higher education and research production in countries like Bangladesh. And here's some government and non-governmental initiatives that we have been seeing in Bangladesh, like access to information and e-governance. There are steps in the right direction, but we need to keep evaluating and adapting them to really make a difference. Governmental initiatives to provide and promote digital literacy are observed, but may not be comprehensive, continuous, well planned, and well executed. People need better training and better resources, and collaborative steps between government and non-government entities are essential, which can include countrywide information literacy campaigns, setting up online public education centers, and building a robust digital infrastructure, among other solutions. So here's the bottom line. We have got a challenge. We have also got some tentative solutions. By tackling information poverty head on, we cannot just improve education and research, we can open up a world of opportunities for everyone. It's a team effort. Governments, NGOs, and organizations need to work together. And let's not forget the power of international collaboration. Together, we can build a more inclusive and informed society. Thank you, everyone.